going on, yo? Welcome back to the channel. I'm outside today because I gotta make some breakfast for the boys. I'm cooking outside. It's a nice day out, so figured I'd cook outside. Anyway, I did a video where I think called the last one. I think was like why the Democrats lost, and I'm not gonna make too many political videos because it gets boring talking about the same thing over and over. I'm gonna still continue to do my reactions. I'll go back to that in a second. Making some bacon here, but as I watch things, man, I'm on X a lot. I love X, man. X, I don't know. Elon made it better. Elon just made it better. It's just better. Like when it was Twitter, I had it, but I never really used it. It was like I would probably put out a tweet every once in a while. Like there'd be like weeks and months that I won't use it. And oh, this is a great fitting shirt. American, what is it? American raised, Dominican born, or something like that. I forgot, or the other way around. Either way, my roots are Dominican. I was born in Dominican Republic, but I was raised American. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, so I did a video, and again, I'm on X. You can follow me on X. I've been very active on X. I think I'm gonna start putting videos on X, even reaction videos. But they could that be cooked a little more? Yeah. I did that video, why they lost, why I think they lost people. Forget about the election. They clearly lost the election. But they lost people, a lot of people. And they continue, I noticed that they continue with their, I'm going to use the buzzword that they always use, rhetoric. They continue with their rhetoric. They continue with their everyone's homophobe, everyone's racist. If you're on this side, everyone is this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Sorry if you hear my AC, I'm right next to it. And that turns people off, man. It's like, you know, it's like, this is what happened, okay? They went too far left and let the too far left people get control of everything. The people that were too far left, they put them onto the, you know, they gave them the wheel. Like, here, you drive. That's what happened. You drive, man. Don't worry about it. Everyone's good. We'll get them in line. And they started with that when there was other problems happening in the world that needed to get fixed. And the only person addressing them was Trump and his MAGA movement. The only people that seem concerned about it. They only seem concerned, the left, on calling people racist and homophobe and whatever phobe. And they're still doing it. And now, I even see people making death threats. I know I talked about that before, but it's just insane. Like, stop. Like, and then not only that, but let's be honest. I think they set Kamala up for failure. They set themselves up for failure, honestly, because they just put her in there. I love this knife. God, I love this knife. They just put her in there without anybody wanting her, and did a horrible That was the ugliest campaign I've ever seen in my life. It was ugly. It was the I'm not a campaign manager. I've never been a campaign manager. I don't know about running campaigns or anything like that. But that was horrible. That was the most horrible campaign I've ever seen. Like, I was like, yo, who I don't understand that. All they did was talk about Trump. 80% of their conversation was Trump. So what they actually did, if you think about it, was promote him more. Good publicity, bad publicity, is still publicity. In his rallies, they would say every once in a while, the other side or left, or they would mention her by name, but it wasn't like that intense. They just kept doing that. Now they're imploding, and now they don't know what to say right now because everybody is seeing already. He's not even sworn in. And you can see the changes. You can see the changes around the world. People acting right. Leaders from other countries. Hey, we want peace all of a sudden. Hey, we don't want to do war no more all of a sudden. This is Dominican salami, by the way. Pause. You know what I mean? People acting right, man. People are acting right. They don't want that smoke. They're like, yo. Again, I don't know. Did I upload that video where I was talking about? Anyway, I'm going to say it again. Can you imagine Kamala Harris? And not because she's a woman, because it's Kamala. Kamala was not the right person. She was not the right woman. There will be a woman. There will be a woman. But it's not Kamala. And it's not Hillary. As much as I think Hillary's a little stronger than Kamala, it's not Hillary. Can you imagine Kamala at the table with these leaders laughing and cackling? You know what I mean? When they're talking about, hey, you know, when she's like, well, I'm going to put a tariff on you. Can you imagine that? I can't even do the laugh like that girl. And I love that chick. You guys know who it is. I don't know her name, but she imitates Kamala. She got famous on YouTube or whatever, on TikTok or something. But can you imagine Kamala on there, cackling, you know, trying to be tough with these guys. And these are old school guys. You know, they're not going to, unfortunately, they're not just going to bend the knee to a woman. Okay? Not Kamala. You got to get the right woman in there. Get the right woman in there, and they'll listen. But that was not the right candidate for you guys, man. I don't understand what you guys thought. And I'm saying you guys because I voted, obviously I voted Trump, but just not the right candidate. But every country, like, you know, they're talking about, hey, let's do, Hamas is talking about like ceasefire and all that stuff, you know, not ending the war. Putin's like, hey, let's talk about you know, congratulating Trump, and hey, let's talk about not fighting with Ukraine anymore. You know what I mean? Europe is talking about, hey, maybe we can buy energy from you guys. You know what I'm saying? The champ is here, man. The king is back. I'm not saying he's a king, but you know, the boss is back. They know he's about business, man. They know he's about business. And those radical parties are going to start imploding. Those radicalists on here in the States and in the UK and everywhere. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, the U.S. is a superpower. A lot of things that happen in the world is because it's U.S. influence, good and bad. Obviously, we know the bad because that's all we talk about. Wars. But good stuff too. The U.S. is like the #1 consumer of anything. The U.S. will buy anything. We consume everything. So if you want to sell something and make money with it, you do it in the U.S., right? That's the best place to do it. I'm not saying you can't open a business anywhere. Obviously you can. But the U.S. is the spot. We know that. You know what I mean? We know that. And he's moving, man. He's moving pieces. He's not even in office. Look, matter of fact, I was gonna say Joe Button is the president. Joe Biden is the president. And it's like he doesn't even exist. Like, nobody's talking about no Joe Biden. Nobody's talking about Joe Biden. Nobody's talking about Joe Biden at all. Nobody's looking at Joe Biden. Nobody's mentioned him. I haven't seen anybody. They may have said his name once, but that's it. Ain't nobody talking about no Joe Biden. Nobody. But we are talking about Trump and kind of Kamala. Kind of. Actually, nobody's really talking about Kamala either. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nobody cares. Nobody cares because they're not doing anything and they haven't done anything. And people see that. People see, yo, you guys haven't done anything, man. What's up? And Trump is not even in office and he's already making power moves. He's already talking. People are talking to him, bro. They're not even talking to Joe Biden. I keep saying Joe Buttons. They're not even talking to Joe Biden. They're talking to him. Like, bro, it's incredible. So you can see why the people voted for him. People who would never vote for him. People who would never vote left who would never vote right, voted right. I always voted Democrat. I did vote for Trump the first time and the second time, but prior to that, I couldn't even imagine voting for a Republican. Like, and I didn't know anything about politics. I was just voting because I was always told that I was supposed to vote Democrat because I'm Hispanic, right? I'm an immigrant, I'm Hispanic, I'm supposed to vote Democrat. That's what I was always told. Putting the eggs in here. So that's what I did. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. I honestly, this is how ignorant I was and stupid. I was stupid, man. I used to associate the word Democrat with Dominican. So I used to think that I had to vote Democrat because I was Dominican. See how stupid I was? And, that's why I did it. I'm from Dominican Republic. Damn, this is hot. So I'm supposed to vote Democrat. But that's not the case. And where I saw the world in a different light was when I joined the military. And I started meeting other types of people. Because I only knew black. My best friends were black, Hispanic, and white, everything, right? And then I had an Asian best friend, rest in peace, Tran. He died in Iraq. But when I started traveling the world and meeting different people, seeing how, you know what I'm saying, and then I started to listen, that's when I was like, oh, there's something different. There's something different in the world, right? And I started listening. I still thought, Democrat. I know, I came back from Iraq. I voted for Obama just because he was black. I didn't know any of his policies, didn't care. I just knew he was black. I'm telling you, this guy could have said, I'm going to kick every newborn baby this year when he comes out the womb, he's going to kick it. Bow! I still would have voted for him because he was black. You know what I mean? I didn't know. And, so as time went on, the second time, I didn't vote for anyone. I just didn't vote. Because I was confused. I was like, man, I don't know what was supposed, because, his like with Obama, everything was change. Came back, we did those first 4 years, and I was like, what changed? The only thing like I got, and I was really bad at that time. I didn't have it in my house. I got 2 houses now. I bought the 2 houses when Trump was president. I bought my first house when Trump was president. Like everything but anyway, I'll get to that. I got, when Obama was president, I was like, okay, things are gonna change. Like, we were doing real bad. I was making like $11 an hour, I think. And they told me that was good money. My wife was also making like $11 an hour. Between both of us, we were making $22 an hour. And we had the kids and stuff. We lived in this little apartment. It was rough, man. Every other day, we used to have a, what do you call that? Eviction notice. Eviction notice right outside. Thank God. Damn, finally. We had an eviction notice on our door because we couldn't pay the rent, so we'd have to sell something, a TV, some jewelry. We sold all our jewelry. Sold all our jewelry, man. Jewelry's gone. I got no more jewelry. And, we sold it. Is what it is. And that's how we used to get by. So I was like, the second time I was like, well, shit, it doesn't matter if I vote for a president, I'm still doing bad. He talking about change. Not that I'm not a person that I rely on other people or the government or anything like that for, what I'm saying? I'm very self-reliant. I don't blame people for whatever happens to me. I'm not that person. I am not that dude. Like, oh, it's because of you. No, I don't do that. Nope. But society, I saw it was the same. I was like, what's the? I did get a free phone. I did get this little phone, little Motorola, one of those Obama phones. I had it for like a few months, never used it. I think I used it once or twice. I don't know. But that's it. Then when Trump came, I'm telling you, the Democrats elected him. The Democrats helped him. They put so much emphasis on him. Because every other election, right? When they're talking about their opponent, when they're going against their opponent, they don't put that much hate on him. I've never seen, oh, he's Hitler, he's this, he's this. All they do is say, oh, I can do this better than him because his policy is this. Everybody's soft. It's kind of like they all read from the same book. But we all felt that this one was different. Different. I was like, what's going on, man? This shit feels, it's a different vibe. You know what I mean? Like, what is it? And to be honest with you, when he first said he was running, and when he started running, I dead ass thought that that he was joking. I thought he was doing it for publicity, like for The Apprentice. I thought he was doing it because I know he was in The Apprentice. You know, he had his show, and he's also an entertainer. So I was like, oh, he's doing it. He's like, that's cool, whatever. Nah, he ran, and I was like, okay, he's running. I still didn't take him seriously. First couple months, I'm like, okay. I followed him though, but I'm watching the Democrat side. Oh, he's this, he's that, he's that. I said, oh shit, okay. My mom, anti-Trump, probably most of my family, because they're already older, they're already set on their ways. They're not gonna listen to anybody else. So I'm like, all right. So I started doing my own little search, and I'm like, all right, let me hear a whole Democrat like a speech in a rally. Let me hear what they're talking about. Let me hear their policies. Like, oh, this, that, no more guns. No, I have a lot. I'm about to go get another AR right now. I'm about to go pick up my brother's AR. So I was like, okay, well, nah, I don't want you to take my guns. Okay, I'm against that, but maybe you got some other stuff. Oh, nah, you better like gay people. Nah, blah, blah. You better like this. I'm like, well, you don't gotta tell me that like gay people. I have gay friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta tell me. You don't gotta tell me that. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta make me sound like I gotta do some extra shit. Because all the gay friends we have, they're not extra. They're just regular, like everyone else. They just have they have a husband or a wife. If they're female, they have a wife. They're male, they have a husband. That's it. That's the only difference. They come here, we barbecue together, we do all that shit. You don't gotta tell me that, but they pushed it. Then it was with the whole trans thing. Oh, I'm like, okay, slow down. They kept pushing on that, and within that, it was always, oh, Trump's a racist, Trump's a this, Trump's a that, Trump's a this, Trump's a that. I'm like, okay, but what are you gonna do with you know what I'm saying, the economy, whatever. And I've been to war plenty of times. I practically lived in Afghanistan and Iraq. I've been to many times. I promise you. You look at my DD-214 and my contractor history, because I was a contractor also, and you'll see I've been there many times. You'll be like, damn, this motherfucker practically lived there. Many times. You put it all together, probably did it all together maybe 5-6 years over there. Yeah, about 5-6 years between Iraq and Afghanistan. 6 between the two. So let's call it 3 and 3. But it's a long time to be overseas. In Africa, and you count the other places. So I don't like war. I don't like war. I've seen some shit. And I was like, these people sound like they want war. They talk about peace, but they sound like, nah, we gotta do this first. We gotta go in. And I'm like, I want to see more brothers and sisters fall. You know what I mean? Okay. Let me go hear a Trump rally. When I didn't go to it. I just watched the whole rally on video. Unfortunately, he did come here once and sold out. Like, I mean, it was done. So I was like, I listened to it, and it just felt patriotic, man. It just felt so freedom American. Like I could hear the eagle, like flying around. Yo, it was crazy. I could hear like it was it was patriotic as fuck. Loved it. Loved it. And I just felt like, okay. Now that was one. I said, okay, I've always liked Trump because I used to watch The Apprentice, and I've read one of his books, not The Art of the Deal. I think I said it before, but not The Art of the Deal. It was Never Give Up, right? So and that was a great book to me. That actually changed me when it came to doing things. You know what I'm saying? I'm living better. I got two houses. You know, nice. I just built this, whatever. So I was like, okay, this is nice, right? I'm like, let me continue listening. Let me, you know, this was the first time before I really solidify it. And then the thing was, he was entertaining to watch. The dude is entertaining to watch. It is fun to watch a Trump rally. It wasn't fun to watch a Democrat. That Democrat rally was like negative energy, negative this, negative. It was just negative, man. I didn't want to see nobody in there. Like everybody, it was just negative. Even when they clapped, it was negative. It was like a negative clap. How you negative clap? You know what I mean? And I was like, nah, man, I don't know. So I kind of stopped watching Democrat rallies because they were boring. They were boring. Let me turn this gas off before I blow up the whole neighborhood. They were just boring, man. It's like, bro, like, y'all need to get. And then what? And the problem is, then they try to bring up entertainers and all that shit. And this was the first time. And this one thing. How did you not learn from the first time? How did you not learn? You did the same thing that you did the first time, and you lost, and you're gonna do it again. With Biden, with 2020, that's another story. With 2020, we got to talk a little deeper. But needless to say, I voted for him. I voted for him 2016. That shit. Bacon, eggs, and sausage. I voted for him. Damn, that's good. 2016. 2016. COVID happened, blah, blah, blah. We got blindsided by COVID. Some okie doke shit happened. I voted for him again in 2020 because I was like, nah, keep this going, bro. How are we going to keep this going? We lost it. Boom. Look what happened. Don't shoot the messenger. This time, I was like, yo, I think if I would have ran the campaign, I would have ran a better one. They didn't listen to nobody, man. They didn't listen to themselves. They didn't do a case study. You always do a case study. They did not do a case study of how Hillary ran it. And I say Hillary because you can't do a case study for Kamala's campaign using here come the damn flies. Using what's his name? Biden, because with him, there's a lot of variables. First of all, he's a male, and you can't do a female's campaign like you did a male's. You just can't. I don't care how you feel. You gotta use Hillary as a case study. Hillary's campaign. What did we do wrong here? They did the same thing. They ran on you're racist, you're racist, you're racist, you're homophobe, you're this, you're that. They ran on pointing the finger and calling you names instead of telling you how they're gonna help you, instead of telling you why, instead of focusing on telling you why I'm the best woman or person for this. They ran on that. That's why everybody left and went right. People who normally wouldn't go right. I know Democrats that went right. Independents like me, right. I'm independent. I never align myself with any party, but it's what it is, man. They did it wrong. Learn. And then I'm gonna give you the secret on how to win, Dems. This is coming from the people. I'm speaking for the people. These next 4 years, you want to get back in and get your base back. Instead of being against Trump, be with him. When he wants to do something good, help him out. Don't call him names. Praise him. Show the people that you're human at the human level. Show them, even if you're lying. Show them that you're human. Get away from your radical agendas of all this transphobia and fascist and all that crap. Get away from that. Just help them. Just kind of come together. And if you disagree with something, you disagree. Just be like, oh, well, I disagree because of this. But don't be like, I disagree because you're a fascist. Just, I disagree because of this. And little by little, people will be like, oh, these guys are human. Let me hear what they say. And keep that human energy, and people will start voting for you again. And pick the right candidate. Do not have movie stars and singers and rappers and shit. At the end of the day, we don't give a fuck about them. When it comes to our livelihood, we could care less about J-Lo. I care less about her even before she went up, but we don't give a fuck about J-Lo. We just want them to entertain us and give us music. And if they don't want to, they don't want to, because at the end of the day, they're regular people like us. If they weren't doing that, they'd be living next door to me. So, really don't give a fuck. Don't think because you sold this many records that you could tell me what to do. Or you're going to influence me to do whatever. You know what I mean? Nobody gives a fuck. So, and you had the wrong influencers up there. You had movie stars and shit. You should have had regular influencers, like the people on TikTok, YouTube, podcasters. That's who you should have had. You should have focused on that if you wanted to do that. Cause we resonate more with the podcasters and with the regular influencers, because that's what we watch every day. Every once in a while, we'll watch a movie. That's how. That's what society has moved to with the age of the internet and all that. So learn from your mistakes. Do a case study. That's all I got, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Follow me on social media.